Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Coach Barbara. I'm an independent certified optavia coach. I'm also a life coach. That's a new thing that I just ventured on and I'm loving it. So this week I wanted to think, I had a situation where, okay, so my social media is a lot about positivity and seeing the brighter side of things, finding ways to set your mindset the right way before you start your day. So with that, I never thought of this. It's probably not very pleasant for some people who are going through a trauma or a drama, and they may take that in the wrong way. Okay. So I was thinking about this because I did get a message about from someone who read one of my posts and they were having a particularly bad day. It was like one thing after another. And I think the last thing he wanted to hear was me talking about positivity and mindset. The post that I made was about your thoughts, whether they're positive or negative, will affect your outcome. So with that being said, the poor guy was having a really rough time, just one thing after another. And I think he felt worse because of my post. So then I got to thinking. Of course, Barb gets out the life book because this is like the Bible over here for me. There is a section about our mindset and our emotions and how we deal in our day-to-day. It's how we deal with interpersonal relationship situations and ways that we handle it. And basically what it's saying is that we are who we are, obviously. But there's different categories of how people deal with situations and drama and day-to-day life. There's 4 categories. Everybody knows somebody like this. There's the victim, that no matter what happens, it is somebody else's fault. Somebody else did this. The driver of the other car made me do this. I had a bad day at work because of so-and-so. There's not much self-reflection in that type of mindset. And it's just a knee-jerk reaction. It literally comes from however, they were molded by their own situations in their early life. The second one is the drama response. Drama is like everything is like 0 to 100. Something happens, it's a catastrophe. It's crazy. It's wild. I'm a little dramatic because I let my anxiety hit me sometimes, but I really focus, and I've said this before in my earlier videos, about stop, challenge, and choose. Like, what is worth all that energy? Is it really so bad? So I'm mentally working in that area for myself. So the next is the villain. I blame you, them, or myself. Like everything is, I did a bad thing. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, it was all my fault. It's the type of person that has like a rough day, or there's scenarios at work or with a friend and they go home and they perseverate and their mind doesn't stop thinking about it. They can either make someone else the villain in their scenario, or they most likely will make themselves the villain in that scenario. And that's sad too. There's a lot of different ways. Okay, now here is the 4th category of emotional processes. The hero. The hero is someone who is constantly over-helping, over-positive, overdoing. And I'm thinking when it comes to me, the reason that I fall more in that category and the drama category would be insecurity. I am a nurse, so that hero helping thing is kind of ingrained, but the things that make me happy are helping other people, but I do it to my detriment sometimes. Sometimes I want someone to do so well, and I will give, and I make it easy for them. That's not helping them. That's actually not teaching them or training them to do what they have to do for themselves. So that hero mentality, and it doesn't mean like superhero. It means that you are an over-helper. But the problem with that is that you get vested in somebody else's outcome. You have to learn to take a step back, love on people, do the right thing, guide them properly, and then the ball is in their court. which makes them feel less dramatic, less like a villain, and less like it's everybody else's fault. Because once people see that the way they respond and the way they react to external like triggers, it's really eye-opening. It's therapy, like in your own head. So with me, one of the big things, I wouldn't really say that I play victim, but for years and years, I was all about helping too much, giving too much, overcompensating for things, even with my children, especially with my children. You know, like when we had some pretty tragic things happen. My husband passed away when I was 39. The kids were 9 and 11. And I overcompensated. I was always hyper happy, trying to make them think everything was okay, giving them gifts, paying for this, doing that. It did not do them justice. And we've had conversations about this. And I've changed some of those actions. But it is, you don't know what else to do with your feeling sorry for someone or feeling bad about a situation, and you can't change it. So you try to overcompensate and sugarcoat it. It's not healthy. I mean, I wish I had learned. I always say this. One regret that I have about program is that I didn't start it in my 20s. I would have been a better mother, a better wife, a better friend, a better coworker, just a better human in general. Because I have pretty much allowed external forces, whether it's situations or attitudes and things like that, to really affect my psyche. So I don't know. So with that, the different, you have a role. People have a role. And one of the things that we really need to do is recognize the role that our brain automatically jumps to. Are you like the victim mentality? Are you the dramatic mentality? Are you the hero? Are you the villain? And when I say villain, I don't mean you're a villain. I mean you villainize yourself. Like, oh, I should have done this, or I should have done that. I could have done this differently. Are you those people? Which one are you? And what do you think you can do to kind of change that? The only thing that I can honestly see is that we have to recognize, before you're old like me, that things that happen and things that other people do, or situations or deaths and accidents and things like that, they're going to happen. It is how you deal with them. You know, you can't villainize yourself because of an accident, or you can't villainize yourself because something didn't go well and someone was having a bad day. You can't overhelp people. You can't overcompensate wanting people to like you and be happy and just that everything is okay. Everything is not always okay. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. Everything is not okay, and it's okay to not be okay. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. It is a lot of self-therapy, and I don't know. I mean, it's just a weird thing that popped into my head, this element this week. And it was really because I felt like I overstepped and maybe made someone who was truly having a bad day feel some sort of a way about my posts. And I don't want to do that to anybody. But then again, on the other hand, I'm like, frig it. That is who I am, and I'm going to show up as who I am. So there is this, you know, like, just live out loud. You know, if you're annoying, you're annoying. Those are not your people. You know, if you're annoying and it makes someone think about a situation and maybe they think a little differently about what's going on in their life, it's a win. You don't have to know about the wins. Just keep spreading your stuff. Get it out there. Live out loud. And hopefully people will take it eventually as a positive, or even if it just made people think for a few minutes, I think that's a win. I don't know. This whole like new weird phase of my life really has me thinking daily about so many things, but mostly myself and how my brain works. And I have to stop dropping back into the victim mentality. Like, it's very easy for me to say that situations were what they were because of other people. No. They were situations that I allowed to alter my thoughts of myself. So if you're young, work on it now. It's not a good feeling to realize this stuff at 56. It makes you really, maybe that's one of the regrets, or maybe that's a part of aging. You all of a sudden you're really more, I don't know, introspective, and you think about yourself a little bit, not in a selfish way, in a way that you could have done things better. I needed a break. So anyway, this week we actually, this is a whole nother side note. Through the company that I coach for, we are setting up an April 1st or an April challenge. And this challenge is so different than any other challenge we've done. Normally it's based on weight loss and, healthy physical changes. But this one is different because it's an accountability challenge. But the deal is that every person that signs up for this challenge really makes their goal personal. It could be something like working on your mindset, but the accountability is there, and you have a whole tribe behind you, supporting you and cheering you on. So it could be weight management, it could be muscle building, it could be energy levels, it could be attitude levels. So it's a kind of a cool challenge that we have coming up. If you want to know more about it, check out my social media. I have the links below. Also, if you're ever interested in what I do, life coaching, health coaching, send me a message. My email and everything's right below. And if you like the video, like it. If you want to subscribe. And I'm sorry it was a little rambly, but that's how I roll. And just think about this. Are you a victim? Are you drama? Are you a hero? Or are you a villain? Just think about it. Let me know your thoughts on how people's mindset works. All right, drop me a comment. We'll talk soon. Take care. Bye.